Hello and welcome to another MCO market update on FET. FETCH.AI continues to dip further. I mean, that is not really a surprise given that I already highlighted in yesterday's video that due to the overall selling pressure we see overall in the crypto sector, and due to the structures that we saw and some based on the proportions, it was quite likely that we would see a bit more of a deeper pullback here on the FET chart. That's playing out right now. It's just that, when across the sector we're looking for deeper pullbacks, it's just unlikely that FET pushes higher more directly. That being said, an upside breakout above 99.4 cents could send it to $1.17, but I think we are probably looking at a bit of a deeper correction first. That could be either here in the yellow scenario, in which we form a flat correction in an A, B, C structure, and could test this support area again between 68.5 and 72.8 cents. So that's the first support area, and then below 62.6 cents. So as I said yesterday, we're likely going to head down a little bit lower, right? I think that commentary was quite clear yesterday. I did put it in writing as well in our member the written updates. I did say that because FET was one of the coins that actually held micro support yesterday. Okay, while Bitcoin had already broken it, but exactly that is an indication that FET might break it as well, and it did that. So my wording in the written update was that given the broader context of deeper pullbacks unfolding across the crypto sector, I remain skeptical that this scenario will play out. And that was the move to the upside, right? So I think I think we have to prepare for a pullback in the support area. I think at least the upper support, that's a dip of around 10 to 15%, but I'd say, given the structure, it appears likely that we are in this white B wave, which I think a lot of people are waiting for, that pullback. Okay, this B wave pullback we talked about in previous updates. In this case, support is between 42 cents and 62.6. So it's about watching these four levels. When the price approaches the zone, then the 38.2 retracement could already be enough to complete this entire correction. But then again, we have to see a little bit more price data now. I want to see how this C wave unfolds. Do we get a nice and clear 5-wave decline? That is often favorable, because if we see that, then we can count the waves nicely. Then towards the end of the internal 5th wave of the C wave, we can already prepare for a bounce. That's very important. It's always a bit tricky when the B wave overshoots, because that means we don't necessarily have to get a very deep pullback, because an overshooting B wave, while it is a failure of a direct breakout, it is also very bullish, because if the B wave overshoots, it means the market already wanted to push higher, even though the correction was never finished. So it might be that we don't get a very deep pullback. Just want to mention that. Okay, if we get a little bit more price data here, then we can come up with some resistance levels that will be helpful. At the moment, I think the only key level we can use really is that last swing high. Maybe throughout today, tomorrow, we'll get a little bit more price data based on the structure. Then I can give you let's say a nearer resistance level that against which we can focus on lower in the short term, so we don't have to wait for a breakout above this Friday high for a signal. We might get earlier breakout signals, but there wasn't really a lot of movement here, I have to be honest with you. There's not been a lot of price data since that swing high from Friday. That's the same for the entire sector, so it's a little bit messy at the moment, but the overall context hasn't really changed on any chart. We're still in a potential rally from the April low, but need a temporary pullback. Okay, so we are that pullback that started already around the 11th of May, 10th of May, is simply still unfolding. Okay, so I think let's see if we can get a dip into this support area. I would expect it at this point that we reach at least this first pivot, and then a break below 68.5 cents should send us towards 62.6, and then we'll take it from there. And yeah, let's see how the new week starts. We'll probably get some more action towards the end of the weekly candle close. But overall, no surprises here. Yeah, so still looking at two potential bullish options there, yellow scenario and white scenario. They are still both relevant, haven't changed. The only thing is that in the yellow scenario, if this is still playing out, the wave 2 never finished. It's still unfolding, and then this is where the upper support would come into play. That's the update on FET. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.